Good morning and welcome to It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield, and it is a gorgeous morning. Tim's holding in the mid-50s. I'm Mark Turner. That's Claire Vaughan. Marty Vaughan has joined us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Marty.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
What's been going on, man?
Well, see, the big milestone for me lately, my daughter finally got her driver's license. So I'm free from the driving experience.
So you have somebody to drive you around then, right?
She's been driving to school.
She's your chauffeur now, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that's exciting. That's exciting times for the kids and for the parents, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, I remember turning 16 and, I get to drive everywhere now. Now I'm like, I just wish someone would drive me around. Please, drive me around.
Oh, it is a crazy time when your child turns 16. You have that nervousness and relief. Now I don't have to take them everywhere.
Right.
Now they have to drive themselves.
Oh no, they're driving themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. Watch out on the streets.
I'm sure your daughter's very responsible though, and doesn't have Marty in her, right? We'll see.
Wow.
Oh
man.
My goodness.
So you've been pretty active musically here in the past. I know you're very active in the church band, and I know for the pep band at the high school you've done quite a bit.
Well, yeah, Olivia, she said, "What are you going to talk about? Make sure you talk about me." So here you go, Olivia. Yeah, she has really taken to the bass guitar, really owned it, and she didn't start till about halfway through her freshman year. And yeah, she's having a great time with it. So because of marching band, Josh Livesay's like, we're wondering what he would need. Mm-hmm. They needed. She thought about bass because, she is. She's got a few disabilities that she overcomes, like she has a trach because she has paralyzed vocal cords, so that ruled out a wind instrument. Mm-hmm. And so it's really worked out well. So when I'm there, it's like I'm her wireless amplifier.
Okay.
If you've seen me running around, because it's a bass, and you can't really have a marching band, a pep band. You can't have a cord. So we figured out wireless, and wow. And she wants to go do that at SIU, Carbondale. We've met with
too cool.
The leader down there.
Really cool.
So
very cool.
So that's why I'm there. I'm a roadie.
I love it. I've seen you walking in the parades and walking behind her or beside her. So that's a dedicated dad. That's awesome that you do that for her.
I love to help.
Yeah, and the pep band, the marching band, we talk about it all the time. We're so lucky for the band that we have and the band leader that we have, and it's just amazing to see our band compared to other schools when we travel. I know. It's like I think we take for granted how lucky we are.
So sometimes I wish we could take our band to the road games.
Yeah.
Because I don't know how many schools we go to.
They don't
have a marching band, or they got 5 or 6 kids in the pep band, and they don't do any marching during the halftime football games. They just kind of
sit in the bleachers,
play a little bit, and go get a soda, go to the bathroom, that kind of stuff during halftime, and they just play music on the loudspeakers. How nice would it be to have the Fairfield marching band at Hamilton County or El Dorado for a football game? That would be so cool.
That would be cool. Very cool. So were you in band in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah? What'd you play?
Let's see. Started at the Tonettes in the 3rd grade. And then I played tuba in 4th grade all the way through college.
Really?
Yeah. That's a long stretch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a tonette?
Well, that's like those little wind recorder things. They're plastic.
Okay,
Flutophone.
Yeah.
I think is
Merle
what we
Newcomb
call
would bring those over and get you started. That's kind of how he would figure out who's going to make it, I think, in band. And you're playing tuba, or bass, as he called it, sousaphone.
Okay.
And I started playing guitar. I was always playing guitar. Too.
Yeah.
Like I took guitar lessons from Tracy Childers and Louis Ratcliffe, before I really knew what I was doing.
Really?
Yeah, like first grade. So
Very
but
cool.
I didn't really pick that up until I was about 8th grade.
That's really neat. I'm just impressed by anyone that's musically inclined because I am not. We have been doing these after dark with like local musicians. We've done 2 now.
Cool.
First one was with Bo Tatum, and then this past weekend we did one with Lucas Reaver. So local musicians. But I mean, I just sit there in awe as, you know, they're singing and remembering chords and hitting the right chords. Not saying that there weren't some, you know, miss chords sometimes, but I mean, it's so impressive to me because I'm not someone, I mean, we used to take music class when I was in Robinson. You had to have music class every year, and it's like, okay, we get to the point where you should be reading music, and like me and my sister were just talking about it. We just didn't get it, you know? I can keep a beat, but I can't read music. I can't, but I wish I would have maybe forced myself to learn it, take lessons, and maybe I didn't have the given talent, but force myself to become, you know, talented at it.
The only thing I really got out of those little band classes, because I was always stuck on the sandpaper blocks.
Oh.
You know, the only thing I got out
Percussion.
of that, yeah, the only thing I got out of that
It's
was
important.
it helped me in later years when I'm remodeling and I gotta say something.
There you go.
That's
You
about
got a
the only-
rhythm.
That's about the only thing I could do.
That's
you know.
hilarious.
Wax on, wax off. You know.
That is funny. Oh my goodness. So you play guitar. You were in a band at one point, right?
Yeah, a few bands along the way.
Yeah.
You know, from my first band was we were just talking like Marty Williamson.
Yeah.
He was, because he's in Hello Dave. He was up and played WGN.
Man.
And have a bunch of concerts. He's been really successful. He's teaches, you know, music up in Effingham.
Mm-hmm.
Is he from here originally?
He's from Sisney.
Oh, okay.
Our guitar teacher hooked us up, introduced us. We
Mm-hmm.
were both taking lessons, and like, oh man, I want to get in a band. And
Yeah.
so we got hooked up, and we had Kevin Huddleston. I don't know if anybody remembers him, but he went on to be really, you know, he went to L.A. He's in a band called The Fixtures. So anyway, Richie Porterfield was in it. Terry Flex.
Mm-hmm.
I'm missing anybody? I think there were 5. There were 3 guitars, a bass, and
Yeah.
a drummer. And anyway, we, you know, played the Kon-Tiki, played the amp. I think our first gig was at the park, the
Yeah,
amphitheater, whenever they
cool.
still had the A-frame.
Yeah.
So then people move on to college, and
Yeah.
you know, we got a band called, that was Hurricane. Then I started an original band with Terry Flex, and too many drummers to count, because the
Yeah.
drummer thing was always hard to find. And that was called Hunting Sleeve. So we took that from like Wabash Valley one year we moved to Carbondale over, you know, was down, met some guys there, and we ended up taking it to Boston
Wow.
for about a decade.
Wow.
Through the early 90s. And then I was like, okay, that band broke up, and
Yeah.
they're like it's being married. I
Yeah.
mean, it's to 4 or 5 guys. It's really hard to keep it together. And I wanted to keep going. You know, I was disappointed, but
Aww.
and you know, Terry, this day, I mean, he is right now. He's I don't know if anybody knows this, but he could use your prayers. He is battling a cancer. He's been going through chemo. We've been trying to get together. So keep Terry Flex in your thoughts. I've lost a lot of bandmates over the years to that
Aw.
evil
Yeah.
cancer and other things. I got in, the last band, if you want to talk about bands, I was in, besides the current, you know, days with Fairfield Christian Church Praise Band, was Slug Hog. That was more of a heaviest thing I was a part of.
Okay.
Out in Boston for about a decade.
Okay.
Slug Hog. I'm always interested in band names. Like,
Yeah.
how do you come up with these?
where do you come up
Yeah,
with
Slug Hog Boston, there's a lot of things. If you really want to see the crazy side of me, it's out there on YouTube. There's a channel called Road to Ruane. And
Did you
there's
have
a lot
long
of-
hair at the time? And,
I was challenged with that.
Okay.
I had the long hair as long as I could
right.
before hereditary
Yeah.
things kicked in. And then I decided to shave it off. But my fun times was, well, I still do this to this day. I like to experiment with wigs
Oh, fun.
Okay.
and costumes. And
Yeah.
so anybody that was in the Night to Remember band with me, we have we play a annual event at First Christian Church, a party for the special needs adult community. And so every year, early March, Clinton Legg and his son, Nathan Legg, we all have stage names, but I'll just spare that right now.
So what is
My
your
daughter Olivia,
Okay.
and Doug Aman's in there, and my daughter plays bass, and Kara Blanton, Doug Aman, I mentioned it.
Yeah.
So that's
So
and we've
you've
had
got
different.
You've got a
musicians.
horn section then.
Yeah, he plays Sweet Caroline. We do a version of that.
Fun.
But what's great about that is we did Born to Be Wild. I don't think we did this 6 times now, but Roger Holland, rest in peace. Roger would come up with us and play a harmonica on Born to Be Wild. We never rehearsed, and he just nailed it. It's one of the highlights of all the things I've done in music.
Oh,
It's just
my
way up there.
gosh.
And then this year we had Raymond Vaughan join us on guitar.
Okay.
So he did a great job. Raymond is quite the guitar player. If you're listening, Raymond.
Cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
That is cool. So you just rock it out.
We rock it out. I mean, every Sunday we're doing our praise band thing. It keeps us busy, keeps me playing. But this one time of year we get to do the classic rock, all of our favorites, and we do 2 sets. It's quite a good time.
Cool.
Very cool.
So work-wise, what are you doing? Talk about your work.
Oh man, I've been with this. I started with when I moved to Boston, it's a tough, it's expensive city, and the guitar thing, the band thing didn't quite pay the rent, and so you hear about actresses
Yeah.
and actors, they're waiting tables till they get the big break. So we had to have a day job. So I fell into the world of retail. Just one thing led to another, and ended up being an expert working for a company that's now Macy's. They've hit the hard times.
Yeah.
And then that I took a buyout or a severance package. I was living in New York. This is early '90s, and I ended up at between tour and with Slug Hog and all that. I started with a consulting firm, and it was specialty was consumer goods. Research, retail, and now it got bought out, acquired and changed names. And I've been with the same thing. It was like a 5-person office. Now it's thousands of people worldwide. I'm still working for that same company.
Man, that's
My headquarters is, I'm a boss. She's in. She works out of Chicago and Baltimore, and then I actually have my first business trip in a while. Since COVID changed everything. I got a sales meeting in Boston in a couple weeks. So I still kind of have the Boston, New York connections to this day. It's market research,
okay.
brand tracking, creative testing. Claire, you'd be interested in that.
I know.
Anytime you
That
have any
was-
samples,
Yeah. It's called Kantar, if you look it up,
We'd be happy
Kantar.
to be test groups for samples, right?
Yeah, right. That was one of my, it's one of the things of marketing I didn't think of when I went in to get a marketing degree, but like market research, like it's a whole thing. Like it's, I remember, the statistics of it and the market analysis, and it was like this, I had no idea. It was just eye-opening for me when I got into those classes, because I just never, like you said, product research, and is this gonna work? How are people gonna perceive it? And is it gonna sell? We have these small businesses here. We don't have the budgets for stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, we do it in our own little,
The sample sizes are tough to do surveys. So it's a survey company.
Yeah.
That's what lots of surveys.
How neat
Yeah.
to be with it from when it was 5 people to thousands of people now.
Yeah, I don't
Crazy.
even know how big it's if you've heard of Bain Capital,
Yeah.
they're the owner of the company. So
Wow.
It's quite impressive for someone to be with a company for that long period. I mean, people just don't stick to jobs for 20, 30
I know,
years anymore.
it's-
They just don't do it.
I mean, I've had I've done everything imaginable with the company, throughout the years, from finance and anyway. I don't want to bore you with that stuff. That's not as exciting as music.
Yeah, let's get back to
and it pays the
music.
bills. Back to
There you go. So you're in the praise band. You
Yeah.
are basically the worship leader. Is that right?
we rotate. We're by
Okay.
committee there. We've been doing that. We take turns. Like it's every month rolls around. Toby Hucker sends us an email like, "Hey, who's up? Who's going to take this Sunday?" Like, okay, I will. And we kind of go a month at a time. And I've got this Sunday. I think the next 3 Sundays. Alex Brake has joined us. We have a solid group there.
Okay.
Clinton Legg and I, we drive each other crazy in a good way. He's quite a guitar player.
It's how much work goes into that? I mean, you always go to church, you see the praise band, and you think about it, but there's a lot of work that go. I mean, it's not just getting up on stage and going, okay, we're going to play this, we're going to play that. There's a lot of work that goes into that.
Yeah, I mean, introducing new songs is always that's interesting. That's work because the congregation's expecting maybe to hear something that's really hot on K-Love or the Vine,
Yeah.
And, so you got to try to work those in, but also you can't do too many at once. You need the old favorites.
Right, because it
Keep-
really.
we're leading worship.
Yes, exactly.
Getting them in the spirit.
Yes, getting them inspired. Yeah, that's important. You really set the mood for, the rest of the service, I think, in my opinion.
Yeah, we rehearse typically once a week,
Okay.
and then one more time early Sunday morning.
Just get together and just run through and
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's at First Christian Church?
Yeah.
Awesome.
That's the church I grew up in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very cool.
Got married in that church
Did you?
Yep. by Reverend Kakak.
Oh, yeah. Very cool. So you have prepared some songs for us. Would you care to play one for us? And then we can maybe do some more,
Yeah.
work through our lineup and then maybe play some more at the end if we have time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Gosh, I don't know which one. I mean, I could do one I wrote, would save you on paying any royalties.
Okay. There we go.
Or I've got it. There's a couple.
I love that.
I got a couple of gospel songs, or
Okay.
too.
Whatever.
So
Whatever you'd like to play.
okay. Well, I think this song by Zach Williams, I think, is kind of calling me out to share because I like the words to it, and it's called "Less Like Me." I'll give it a shot. I haven't really
Alright.
been rehearsing that much, but. Oh, I have days I lose the fight. Try my best, but just don't get it right. When I talk a talk that I won't walk, make the moments right before my eyes. Somebody with a hurt that I could have helped. Somebody with a hand that I could have helped. When I just can't see past myself, Lord, help me be a little more like mercy, a little more like grace, a little more like kindness, goodness, love and faith, a little more like patience, a little more like peace, a little more like Jesus, a little less like me. Well, there's no denying I have changed. I've been saved from who I used to be. But even at my best, I must confess, I still need help to see the way you see. Somebody with a hurt that I could have helped. Somebody with a hand that I could have helped. When I just can't see past myself, Lord, help me be more like mercy, a little more like grace, a little more like kindness, goodness, love and faith, a little more like patience, a little more like peace, a little more like Jesus, a little less like me. Oh, to feed the beggar on the street, love to be your hands and feet, and freely give what I receive. Lord, help me be. I want to put you first above all else, love my neighbor as myself. In the moments no one sees, Lord, help me be. A little more like mercy, a little more like grace, a little more like kindness, goodness, love and faith, a little more like patience, a little more like peace, a little more like Jesus, a little less like me, a little more like living everything I preach, a little more like Jesus, a little less like me. Oh, a little less like me.
That's so good.
Excellent.
Oh my gosh, I
Love it.
love that song.
Yeah.
You did good. Give you a little breather now. Wow. Yeah,
Oh,
you did
man.
awesome. All right, you want to run into the weather while we
Oh,
give him a little breather?
Yeah.
That was great.
Man, it's going to be, I mean, we're looking at a great weekend. Man, 70 today for the high, 74 tomorrow, 78 on Sunday. So we're warming up a little bit.
Yep.
Rain on Monday and Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday look okay, 74, 73, and then maybe some rain on Friday of next week. But the highs are going to drop down to 66 a week from today.
I feel like we're in San Diego or something.
I mean, it's crazy.
This beautiful weather.
I mean,
But gosh, after all that rain, we'll take a
Oh,
week or
man,
so.
I mean, there were some. I saw some videos and pictures from down south. I mean, down
Yeah.
in Saline County.
Yeah, I heard
those areas.
Harrisburg got hit again.
The Eagle Mountain Mine, which I think is just kind of southwest of Harrisburg.
Okay.
I saw some drone footage of that, and the whole thing had just collapsed
Oh,
on the
my
inside. Of course, I don't think the mine was open.
Okay, good.
So I mean,
Good.
but and then Farrell Hospital had some folks tell me that they had to close the hospital. They had water to their knees.
To their knees. My gosh.
I know.
Well, just talk about the storm for a minute. First of all, shout out to Dustin Fuller and
Oh, yeah.
Derek Dunn
Those guys rocked it out.
They
man.
did so good. I mean, I was just very impressed with their coverage. Sadly, at times I didn't have internet to watch. It would, my phone wouldn't load it up, but I was trying to keep up to date. We were at the hospital on the 3rd floor visiting my grandpa, watching that just front come in, and then it's right over the top of us, and my sweet little niece was just crying. She was scared because they just move you out to the hallway.
Yeah.
Where there's no going, there's no leaving. And so it was a little intense up there. But my husband keeps saying, well, those things are built really good. I'm like, I don't care. I'm on the 3rd floor.
Sisney.
Yeah, they got hit.
had, west and north of Sisney. A lot of power lines down. A lot of Sisney was without power for most of the day yesterday.
My Aunt Cheryl, my husband's Aunt Cheryl, she lives out in Johnsonville, and they had a tree come through their house, through their bedroom ceiling, roof. But yeah, they had a lot of trees and stuff down in that area, and I don't guess a tornado ever touched down in our area
I heard of a tornado touchdown around the Marion area.
Okay.
But that's the only one I've heard of. The rest is just winds, and
It was crazy.
I mean, it was kind of crazy.
Well,
bet.
and it's like the little boy that cried wolf, I feel like, because for some
man.
reason it's like, oh, we're going to get these bad storms, right? And then it always seems to part right around Wayne County. And they did that during the day. It was supposed to hit at 1, it was supposed to hit at 3, and then it was like, okay, yeah, it's going to hit 7:30. And it's like, oh my gosh,
always had a theory on that. When I lived up north, in Effingham. You know, the storms would always come down around 70. But right when they hit around Greenville, they would split. And my theory was, they'd split because of Lake Shelbyville and Carlisle Lake.
Oh.
That the big waters would.
Lake effect?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say like one to go down this highway and one to go down.
Nope. I think they just wanted to hang out
Hey,
around the water. They wanted
he's
to go
no
to the beach.
He's no weatherman, but that's
Hey,
his
you know what I
theory.
could be, though?
You could be.
I could be.
You can be right 25% of the time.
That's right.
No.
Well, you know, the way I see it, you know, there's always a 50% chance that it's going to rain. Either it is or it isn't.
Sooner or later, you hope.
Well, so, and in the same way, there's always a 50% chance that the sun's going to shine, because it's either going to shine or not shine. So,
You would be the most boring weatherman in the world.
Yep.
Just get
you
up
know,
there
it
and be
may
like,
rain, it may not. I don't know.
oh my gosh. Okay, this week's broadcast, it's been kind of a slow week
Well,
because
did we even
of-
have any
I
broadcasts
don't-
this week?
I had to pull up my calendar and look, to be honest.
Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I saw pictures of the Hamilton County baseball field on Tuesday.
Yeah.
It looked like Lake Hamco.
Yes,
you know?
it did. Which we had softball at Hamilton County on Monday.
Well, but the Hamilton County softball field is on the top of a
Yeah,
hill.
the baseball
field is on the bottom of that hill. So
it was not gonna happen.
did get some games in yesterday, though.
So on the softball at Hamilton County, the final score was 11-1. The Mules got the loss on that, but Mabry Ellis was named the Christina Copeland Player of the Game. I just noticed on that post we did love streaming instead of live streaming. Whoops. It is made with love.
We
you
love
know?
streaming. We love streaming the
We love
games.
streaming. And then, yes, yesterday we got a baseball and softball game in. We were a little shocked that they were able to play
Man.
after Wednesday.
Yeah.
But
Well, they pushed the games back, I don't know, half hour or so for the start time. I think they
Yeah.
moved them back to 5 instead of 4:30.
Yep.
So
senior night activities, senior recognition started about
there were
4:45.
6
and
for the baseball team, 2 for the softball team.
all right. And final scores on that. Peyton Allen, 11-9. He says that the Mules won 11-9 over West Frankfort. Winning pitcher was Puckett. Mules had a 7-run fourth inning. Dylan Fleener had a 2-run home run in the 5th. So thank you, Peyton, for that. And I'm waiting on the update from Tammy Anderson about the softball final
Okay.
from yesterday. I didn't get to watch it, but
I went back and forth between baseball and softball.
yeah.
And, of course, as it got to the later in the innings, we walked down to Classic, had dinner, so I wasn't watching.
Dinner. Well, upcoming broadcast for this week, we have FCHS baseball at Flora today. Peyton and Mark are on the call on that one. You're going to be on computer, so you're going to be nervous?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then we have Frontier graduation tonight at 7 p.m. Dustin and Alec will be covering that. Tomorrow we have FCHS graduation at Center Street at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
That's been a whole thing, too. Some people are a little sad that the class is graduating not at the high school, but we need a new gym floor.
Yeah.
You know, we need a new.
Well, they're doing lots of renovations
Yeah,
at the gym.
they
so.
are. It just kind of stinks for this
I've
class,
had
but
several people mention, why they have to start it before school now? Well, you kind of got to get it in because
right. It's
you
going to
know.
take longer than you expect.
it always takes longer than you. Yeah.
And then they'll end up like they did. I think that was that last year where it wasn't finished whenever they started back at school when they were renovating the breezeway there. But and then next week we have FCHS baseball at Sisney on Monday.
Well, it's here. It's actually here.
Versus Sisney.
Yeah, versus Sisney. Yeah.
And then tennis on Wednesday. And softball regionals versus McLeansboro
is it
on Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday?
I'm
or-
sorry, tennis is Tuesday.
Tuesday. Okay.
I don't know what I'm looking at. Wednesday is softball regionals versus McLeansboro, and Thursday is FCHS baseball versus Carmine. And I do have you on that. I have you and Peyton on
Okay.
that.
And that's at Mount Carmel.
Yes,
So,
at Mount Carmel.
Got a hold of Kyle Buss yesterday, and so he knows we're coming. So
Awesome. Nice background noise here going on.
It's progress. It's progress.
Listen,
The sounds of progress.
You will never hear me complain about these roads being redone. I said my property values went up since I bought the building. We got new sidewalks. We got a new street out there. Oh my gosh, I could surely sell it for double at this point, right?
Well, yeah, sure, why not?
Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go through some local events. I actually did not get all of mine uploaded that I wanted to, but I will just talk about them. But first up, we have Second Saturday tomorrow. That is going to be at the parking lot east of the post office on Delaware. Be sure and come up, bring the kids. There's going to be inflatables, food vendors. I think we're doing the bubble machine and live music and all that stuff. Not live music,
machine.
but regular music. Unless Marty wants to come up and play some live. Yeah, bubble machine. That thing was a hit. Except for you cannot control the wind and where those stinking bubbles blow.
I should get my snow machine out.
Yes.
Those things now.
Yes.
We could have snow in July.
Yes. I am so down. But please go out and support this. The rec committee is planning on doing this the second Saturday of every month during our nice months. So May, June, July, August, maybe September. I can't remember.
October,
But
November.
yeah, I
you
mean,
know,
any more.
Yeah.
Whatever. And then
I
on
think
the
what was it? 2 years ago, we were cooking dinner on Christmas Eve, and had the air conditioner on.
yes,
You
I
know?
remember that. It was beautiful.
Oh yeah.
But my kids didn't like. It's not Christmas. It's not snowing. You know. Next Saturday, May 18th, we have the pork burger, brat, and bake sale for Hayden. That's going to be at the Wayne County Courthouse at 10 a.m. Please go out and help support that family with all of their unexpected medical expenses and everything that goes with being in the hospital for that long.
Yeah.
Show your support. I love this little community because that's one thing that we're really good at is
We show
stepping
up
up
when people are hurting.
Yes. Also, that Saturday is going to be the Kitty College's Family Literacy Fest, the 30th annual, and that's going to be from 10:30 to 12:30. It's a free event. Bring the kids out for that as well. And then the summer reading program has started at the library. Well, it starts May 18th, but it's for kids grades 1st through 8th. So go and participate in that. We have such a wonderful library here in town, and prizes are awarded for meeting your reading goals. So
Okay.
there's some good stuff at the end. Wayne County Chamber Golf Scrambles coming up on Friday, May 24th. Spots are limited, but there is still some availability
I did
there.
see some information, and I don't have all of it, but I saw some information about a spaghetti supper. FCHS Student Council
Yes.
spaghetti supper. I think it's on the 19th.
I have that. I shared that to Mule Nation. Let me pull that up really fast. I think that's one that I'd sent to upload and I didn't get it done. It is on the 19th, Sunday, May 19th.
Okay.
11:30 to 2. Help students raise money to attend the National Student Council Convention in Albuquerque, New Mexico. You get
Where
spaghetti,
you can take a
salad,
left.
and bread. And that's going to be at the Cornerstone Community Church, formerly known as First United Methodist Church. Go out and support them. I got to go to the National Student Council Convention when I was in high school,
Really?
and it was in Las Vegas.
Oh. So they had to.
They sent me to Vegas as
they
a
sent you to Vegas
And get
as
this,
a teenager.
I don't know how it goes now, but so they picked us all up. All of Illinois traveled out together on a bus. So they had this, Greyhound bus or whatever, and they picked us up. I had to go to Effingham to get picked up. And we road trip out to Las Vegas. I don't even remember how many chaperones we had. But a bus full of, 16, 17, 18-year-old kids heading out to Vegas. But they made it so fun. We stopped at cool places along the way.
Like the biggest frying pan in the country, in the world or something like that.
It was so much fun. But then we get there and you get a host family. And you stay
That's cool.
with your host family. And they show you the sights of the town and whatever. And then you have your stuff that you're doing with, obviously, National Student Council, too. But in your free time, you get to hang out with your host family and they show you around. So I support this cause. It was such a fun experience. I hope that all the kids get to go. It'll be a lot of fun. And then what else did I have? Events. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know. I don't know
Okay.
where my events went, so we're just gonna. Oh, here they are. Found them. Fairfield Public Library summer activity. They announced, their Wednesday mornings, 10 a.m. Wednesday mornings. June 5th, the first one will be music with Mr. Livesay. June 12th is going to be Douglas Hart Nature Center. The 19th is Butterfly Tents. The 26th is Mad Science. And July 3rd is the Dinosaur Encounter. So,
Ever been to
so
one of those-
much stinking fun.
Have you ever been to one of those butterfly tents?
I have not.
Those things
Well,
that-
at the zoo or whatever, where they have.
I think at Grant's Park or Grant's Farm over there in St.
Oh,
Louis, they
okay.
have a structure, and I'm assuming it's probably like the same thing, but they have butterflies inside this structure. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just they're all over
Flying
the place.
all over.
Yeah, they're
That's
all
neat.
on your arms and.
They're always really cool experiences up there
Yeah.
for the kids. They do a great job. Another one I wanted to talk about was Feeding Kids of Wayne County. Starts May 27th and ends August 5th. It's for ages 2 through 18, and it is completely free. Shout out to Mindy Odie for getting this organized and doing all of it. It's amazing.
She's going to be with us coming up later this month.
Yes, we're excited to talk with her. Option 1 in Fairfield, Monday through Friday, 11 to 11:30 at Manor of the Woodlands, Manor Circle, Lakeside Park, the West Side Shelter, and Jesus Name Pentecostal Church. You can pick up sack lunches. And then option 2, they're going to have sack of groceries on Mondays at 11 to 11:30, Wayne City Park, Sisney Park, and Sisney Square, and Jeff Grade School, the West Side. So thank you to her for putting this on. That's such a great program. And then the other one was the FCHS Student Council spaghetti dinner.
We
So.
should, every time this thing comes by, we should just start talking louder.
Yeah. Can you hear us? Oh my gosh.
Oh, man, crazy.
Well, that's really all. Oh yeah, question of the day. What weird food combinations do you guys like?
Weird food combinations.
Do you have anything that
Marty,
people
what
are
are you
like,
thinking?
ew, gross?
He's deep in thought.
Deep in thought.
I like goat cheese and red peppers on a pizza, and that's probably not too out there.
I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely an interesting pizza order for
Yeah.
sure. But that sounds
Hard to
delicious. I
find
would
fresh
try.
goat cheese and
Mhm.
Yeah.
red peppers. Yeah.
That sounds
Not that-
delicious.
We're out there.
You know, I don't know if it's weird, but I like gravy fries.
Poutine,
Well, you know, I don't really care if it has the
cheese, or
cheese on it.
Yeah.
I mean, just fries with brown gravy on it.
I
man.
mean, is anything bad with gravy on it?
no.
Let's
No.
let's
I
be
mean,
honest.
I mean,
More gravy.
yeah, the more gravy,
you
the
know,
better.
but,
Who needs
uh,
arteries?
well, that's true. I dip my French fries in ice cream.
Oh yeah,
know,
that's a good one.
I do that.
The Frosty and the French fries.
Yeah.
Bring back Wendy's. My mom says she loves Miracle Whip sandwiches.
Miracle Whip.
Just Miracle Whip and bread.
Okay.
I do the same, but I put a slice of cheese on there.
Okay.
It drives my husband
Now,
crazy.
see, my grandfather used to do onion sandwiches.
Just onion
Just onion
on a piece of bread.
on a piece of bread. Yep.
I mean, do what you do.
Yeah.
You know.
Grandma didn't kiss him very much after lunch, but you know.
Yeah, that reminds me of something this week.
Crystal Vaughn says her grandma ate peanut butter and lettuce sandwiches.
Never heard of that.
Sammy Holmes, pepperonis and peanut butter.
Okay.
And Caitlin Glisson says yes. Brent, well, I think it's probably Nancy. Nancy Evans says sweet pickles and peanut butter. Gayla Templeman says mixed. If no one's looking, I mix mashed potatoes, gravy, corn, and green beans. Sounds delicious.
Oh, what's wrong with that?
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Some people can't handle their
They
things
gotta
all
have the
mixed
food
together.
separated?
Yeah, I'm guessing they're not casserole people because that's basically what a casserole is. Dump it all in.
And throw it in the oven.
Yep, throw it in the oven.
dump
Put a
it
little
all in,
cheese on top.
Crunch up some potato chips, throw it
Yeah.
on top, and you're in good shape.
We have a casserole. Ken Odie says dipping fries into a Wendy's Frosty. Shout out. I agree. Dina Stout, fried egg, peanut butter, and sliced tomato sandwiches.
Okay. Now I've had a hamburger with bacon and peanut butter and that's not bad.
I mean, really,
it's pretty good.
You can't go wrong with peanut butter. Rebecca Fletcher says cottage cheese and applesauce, which is actually a staple at my in-laws as well. That's like with every meal, cottage cheese and applesauce. Derek Dunn had a cousin tell me years ago she put bananas and dill pickles on a sandwich. Crystal Vaughan, I
Must
love.
have been out of bologna, I guess.
Yeah, she said I love peanut butter on my pancakes, and the syrup has to be warm. Peanut butter on pancakes, you cannot go wrong with. Beth Moat's tomato and Miracle Whip sandwich. So we all are a little weird. That's basically.
Yeah.
That's basically what I got
I think
out
we
of that.
kind of.
but-
I think we'd all kind of figured that out beforehand.
Yeah.
You know?
This just backs up the
Yeah.
data analysis sample
Yeah.
study
Market
that
research.
we did. Yeah.
Marty, you're in charge of that.
Oh my gosh. All right, trivia questions. You want to do those, and then we can see if Marty will
Yeah.
bless us with another song.
All right. I have here questions about Mother's Day.
Okay.
All right, number 1. Mother's Day is the busiest day of the year for this type of business.
Flower shops.
It is not flower shops.
Oh. Retail.
No,
Restaurants.
restaurants. Because Mom doesn't
Dang
cook on
it.
Mother's Day.
She doesn't.
Well, okay. This one is targeted toward the mothers
Okay.
out there. Why is it that the word for mom starts with a ma sound in almost every language?
Is it because that's the first sound babies can make?
Yeah. You know, it's ma, 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 ma,
Yeah.
ma. Yeah.
Most of mine were that.
My daughter's was no.
She just came out
I got
saying
a
no.
great nephew. His was big trucks. Bodie's listening out there.
Big trucks.
All right. More of these are made on Mother's Day to Mom than any other day of the year.
Cards.
Nope.
Made to moms?
Yep.
Phone call.
Phone calls, yep.
You know, for that long distance. So,
Yep.
you know, I was
True.
like 20 years.
Yeah. True or false? The celebration of moms actually dates back to ancient times.
True.
It is true. The ancient Greeks and Romans that celebrated Mother's Day by honoring the goddess of Mother Earth, fertility, and the mother of the gods.
All right.
All right. What state is called the mother of presidents? Because 8 U.S. presidents have been born there.
I'm going to go with Ohio.
It is not Ohio.
Illinois.
Not Illinois.
Oh, California.
Virginia.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't getting that.
Washington, Jefferson,
Yeah,
Madison.
those guys.
Okay,
All right.
okay.
All right. Most popular
Britain.
item purchased for Mom on Mother's Day.
Okay, what?
Most-
Okay, we're
Yep.
talking over
Yeah,
it.
Side-
you were
side
talking
talk.
amongst yourselves. I get it. Most popular item purchased for Mom
Flowers.
or made for Mom.
Oh, made for mom cards.
Yeah, cards. Greeting cards. Okay, now,
I love a homemade card.
all right. This song by the group ABBA was turned into a Broadway musical.
Mamma mia,
That would be it.
here I go again.
See,
Years.
see,
All right,
every time.
Yeah.
You guys are doing
All
it.
right.
Do it.
All right. Can okay? The only song about mothers that I know is "Up Against the Wall, Redneck Mother" by Jerry Jeff Walker.
Oh my.
Can we play that?
That's one I don't have in my repertoire.
Let's see. I can look up. It's amazing. I can look up at anything. I
Yeah.
can find the chords and wing it.
Man. All right. Give me the name of the mother on "Leave It to Beaver."
Oh. No idea. Leave it to Beaver.
Uh huh. June Cleaver.
Oh, June Cleaver.
Mm-hmm.
That's a long time ago. That
Yeah.
was way back in my files.
All right. Name
My
the
roll
mom
mix.
on the Brady Bunch.
Carol.
Carol. All right.
Carol Brady.
Marge was the name of this mom.
Simpsons.
Simpsons.
yep. And what show was Claire Huxtable the mother on?
Oh, Huxtable?
Yeah,
I know it's Cosby Show, but I don't know what
The
it was
Cosby
called.
Show.
Is it called
was
the
The
Cosby,
Cosby
Show?
Show,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
When you said Claire, I thought you were going to go with Modern Family.
Oh, okay.
we love Modern Family, right? Aren't you a Modern Family?
I've never watched.
You
that
haven't
show.
watched it. I
I've
thought you
never
were the
seen
one
that
that.
show.
Oh, it's
No.
good. It's good.
No, well, unless
got
it's
good-
on reruns somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, I never watch anything when it's out.
Right.
You know, it's
Yeah.
always when it
I
comes
think it's
back.
done.
I wasn't a fan of The Big Bang Theory
Yeah. Now you love it.
until it got to be on reruns 24/7.
Yeah.
And then I was forced to watch it and started to like it. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Alrighty. Well, good
So-
job on the trivia today. That was
Yeah,
fun. We
you
didn't
know.
we didn't look too dumb.
Nah, I make them pretty easy.
Some weeks.
Some
Well,
weeks I do.
Listen, the one time Elena, I let her do trivia questions. She brought in stuff from Germany, and I just felt like a complete idiot. Did not know anything. I said we're uncultured swine here in Southern Illinois, or I am, anyways. But I'm like,
Well, we are in Wayne County, the home of the pork burger. So.
I need right. I need to educate myself on other countries, apparently. But all right, what are you thinking now? Ready to play us another tune?
Yeah. Do I have time to do a golf course plug though?
Yeah.
Yes,
We got
absolutely.
14 minutes. We're good.
Okay. Well, one of the things I am involved with, volunteer, is our golf league, sponsored by Fahey and Rice Law Office LLC.
Hey, shout
sponsors.
out.
And we've had record number of teams over the last couple of
Oh,
years.
that's great.
And so the sign up is underway. It starts on June 3rd. The cutoff for signing up, it's a 2-person team, is May 31st, or until we reach 36 teams.
Okay.
And as of before that storm yesterday, golf course was closed yesterday because of those cleanup.
Yeah.
As far as I know, we have 33 teams. So there's only 3 slots
incredible.
left.
Wow. That's awesome.
Incredible.
So how do they sign up?
They sign up. They could email me, which I don't have that. They could text me, which.
Yeah.
But the surest way is to go to the golf course.
Uh-huh.
There's a sign up sheet
Okay.
outside the pro shop.
Awesome.
All right.
Yeah.
33 already. That's pretty
We
impressive.
they bought more golf cards, brand new golf cards, so that allows us to have full capacity on Mondays and Tuesdays.
Okay.
And it runs from June 3rd to about mid-August.
Okay. And of course, if you just want to go out and play, the course is open daily.
Yep.
So.
Shout out to my Uncle John. He works out at the golf
He's
course
great.
and just loves it. I know. I think he does a wonderful job.
Yeah, he's got this new golf cart. I've been trying to name it. It's either the wedgie, the wedge, or it's the space shuttle because it looks space age. It's kind of
Really?
It's a really.
Okay.
You should definitely check out John's
Golf
vintage
cart?
golf cart.
Very cool. I haven't seen it yet. I've got to hang out with him a lot more the past couple days just because we've been up visiting Grandpa, and I adore him. I adore all my aunts and uncles, but he's a hoot.
He's one of my favorites.
Yes, he's a good.
That's like the ultimate compliment.
Being
You
a
know?
hoot.
Yeah, he's a hoot.
Yeah,
She's a hoot.
His
Listen.
son and Brian and Mike too
Yep.
are the defending champions. Of
They won it last year.
Yeah, over
Ooh.
McElravy
Do you get prizes?
Turner.
Do you get a prize for
They
finishing
were-
last?
I've got some ideas, but you know what? I'm trying to be nicer. People,
See,
I have a mean streak.
I won that prize
Honorary,
in a bowling
honorary.
league one time.
The last
No, the last.
place.
Yeah, last place.
So they do that in like football leagues, the fantasy draft. Whoever's last, like they used to go pick because it happens. The draft
Yeah.
happens at the end of garden season.
Mm-hmm.
So they go get all the rotten tomatoes off of the garden floor and throw them at their friend who lost.
Man.
It's so bad that like one guy threw up.
Oh man!
Get some bad
See,
tomatoes going.
It's so bad. Oh yeah, they're rotten.
I remember, a game when I was little, we used to play, apple core. Mm-hmm. You go apple core, and then somebody else go Baltimore. You go, who's your friend? And you point somebody out, and then you just chuck apples at him.
Oh
with
my!
wrist rock slingshots. That's what
Yeah.
we had. And
Oh,
crab
yeah.
apple.
Yeah,
and
crab
we
apple.
had wars in the southeast part of town. Don't do that.
Don't
kids.
we do not recommend that. It's kind of like Red Rover.
Kid-
Back in the day, we
kids
played.
don't do this at home.
Yeah, don't do this at home. Red Rover has now been banned, I believe, from school activities. But back in
Really?
our day,
Yeah, I think
Well,
a Bruce
yeah,
McKibben
break
broke
an
my ankle on
arm
something
and-
like that.
We
Kickball.
played dodgeball. I mean, we were
Oh,
vicious at
don't
dodgeball.
hit the head, and then everyone's like,
Yeah. I mean, when I was growing up, we had BB gun wars.
oh my gosh. How did any of us
Bottle
survive?
rocket wars at Lakeside
Yeah, I mean,
Park
well,
during the,
I mean, we
during
had
the
rules.
fireworks.
We had rules because it always had to pump up BB guns,
Listen,
and so we'd only allow 2 pumps.
Okay.
And then you'd shoot
Oh.
somebody.
they had to stop it too. I'm sure no
Okay.
one broke that
No,
rule.
no
It went
one
off
broke
there.
that rule.
Good coffee from across the street.
Oh,
Good.
yeah,
Shout out
man.
to Fusion. Gosh, that's shaking the building, isn't it?
Yeah. I was sitting there. The guys are upstairs working on the apartment.
Yeah.
Because of storm damage, and they were getting ready to leave us. And they were like, "What's all the shaking and everything?" I said, "Well, it's all the work on the roads."
Yeah.
Really? I said, "Yeah.
Yeah, these are old buildings.
These are really
Chair
old
massage.
buildings." What?
With the
Yeah,
vibration.
seriously. I
Going
had my leg touching the table and it was like shaking it.
I know. It's crazy.
You said something about fireworks. I saw something on Facebook
Did
this
you-
morning.
Yes, Wayne City. I saw
Wayne
that too.
City, on the interstate by the Wayne City exit, a fire truck caught fire. Yeah, you can't make this up. And
Yeah.
there was a video to prove
A
it.
semi truck hauling
Semi-truck.
fireworks caught fire.
and
They had
so-
both lanes of the interstate
Today?
closed off. Yeah.
This morning,
Yes,
it was just like
morning.
psh, 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 fireworks going off. Hopefully, everyone was okay because
Yeah.
I can't. I mean, that could have got real
Make
hairy.
national news.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
seriously. I want to know how they caught fire, but
Yeah.
all right, we got about 8 more minutes.
Yep.
So
So make it a long one.
Okay. Well, this requires a song I wrote a long time ago, Slug Hog.
Is it?
It's an original.
Does it require audience participation? All right.
It's call and response.
okay.
I'll give you a little hint. When I say monkey, fly, plane, you say monkey, fly, plane afterwards.
Monkey fly plane. Okay, we got this.
All right.
All right.
And this is a story about. I won't go any further. The song tells the story itself.
Okay.
Usually I play off an electric. So.
And if we forget, we can always go bump bump bump
And that's the name of the song.
or salt
by the way.
salt
Monkey
Monkey, fly, plane.
fly plane.
Monkey
Okay.
fly plane.
Okay.
All right.
Let me tell you a story about a monkey.
Monkey.
A movie starring Matthew Broderick. It's about our NASA space program. It's a movie called Project X, where monkey fly plane,
Monkey fly plane.
monkey fly plane,
Monkey fly plane.
monkey fly plane,
Monkey fly plane.
monkey fly plane.
Monkey fly plane.
Those monkeys made pretty good fighter pilots. Better than any man. They could take a lot of pain. Made to take radiation. You gotta take the pain before you fly the plane. Well, monkey fly plane.
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 Monkey fly plane. I keep waiting for you to say ground control to Major Tom.
This is the break.
That's right.
Bridge. See, one day they came down all the other monkeys. It was a sad day. They came with the red collar. See, that one monkey had to go down for the other monkeys. His name was Goliath. See that fire extinguisher over there? You better put it in the hole or you'll blow sky high. Well, monkey fly plane.
Monkey fly plane.
Monkey fly plane.
Monkey fly plane.
To the Everglades.
To the Everglades.
Where they're free.
Where they're free.
They're free, yeah.
Hang on.
Helen Hunt was also in that movie.
You didn't write her in? Poor Ellen.
That was Monkey Fly Plane.
Monkey fly plane. I mean, that's
I
a
love
party
it.
starter right there.
Yeah.
That's great.
You did a great job.
Thank
Claire.
you.
Well,
Thank you.
Mark.
I'm glad we came in on the backup vocals
Yeah.
or the, answer. I'm not going to watch this episode back, so I don't
You
hear
have to see
how
the
awful.
movie. It's called Project X.
Okay, I'm
It's
going
one
to
of my
have
favorite
to.
old Matthew.
Wow.
That's
It's
hilarious.
right up there with War Games.
Yeah?
And,
You loved it so much you wrote a song about it.
well, it was weird.
Yeah.
And then one day I was just thinking, this is a strange movie.
I think I
They're
could.
actually not
deserves a song.
monkeys. Technically, they're chimpanzees.
Oh.
But
Okay.
Didn't
monkey
really-
sounds better
Yeah.
in a song than
Chimpanzee fly playing. You'd have to really increase the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You really do.
Oh my gosh, that's great. Thank you so much for doing that. That got my morning off
you
to
go,
a
for the
great
weekend, right?
start. Yes,
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
Well, I'm ready for the weekend now.
I am too.
Oh,
my
man.
gosh. So let's see. Next week.
We're
We
going to
have
have Christy Hornick. She's celebrating her 44th year in business over at Carnaby Square. That's on Tuesday.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Christy.
Fashion leader.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fashion leader downtown Fairfield. Your #1 Brighton provider, I believe,
Yeah.
in Southern Illinois.
I mean,
and
we were on vacation in Branson last year and went to a Brighton. Well, I didn't go to it, but
Yeah.
Tina did. Went to a Brighton outlet. She walked out and she goes, Christy's got more than they do. You know?
Christy does a great
That's
job.
pretty heady stuff when, a Brighton dealer
Yeah.
has more than the Brighton outlet store.
Yep. I think I've talked to her before, and I think she gets one of everything at least.
Oh, yeah.
No matter the price range,
Mm-hmm.
she'll get one of everything that comes out because she wants to just, be that premier carrier of
Yeah.
them. So, but a lot has changed in 44 years from when her business started to
Oh,
where
yeah.
it is, and she is a true testament of adapting and growing, changing with the times, and she does a wonderful job. I went in and shopped last week or the week before, and I've worn a pair of my new pants twice now, and I've got compliments every time on them. Everybody loves them. There's a lot of cute stuff in there right now, so go check it out. And I think she only really buys one
Yeah.
of each size of everything, so it's
Jewel-
not going to be
jewelry.
everyone in Fairfield wearing the same thing.
Jewelry is, high on the list of Mother's Day gifts, too.
Yes.
So it's right up there.
Go shop. I would be okay with a gift card from Carnaby Square for Mother's Day. Noah, if you're watching, no.
Dropping some hints, huh?
Listen, you got to make it pretty obvious for the man.
She's going to leave her phone or tablet sitting right out as soon as he comes in.
Carnaby-
This section of
Carnaby
it. This
Square,
section of it has a
The
tape.
gra-
Has a tape. Well, not a tape recording,
No.
but an MP3 player or a.
Have you
or
seen
a,
where people
you
do
know,
that, though, where they're trying to drop
Put it
subtle
into
hints?
sleep. Carnaby
Oh,
Square,
yeah, there you
Carnaby
go.
Square gift certificate.
No, but you grab your husband's phone and you just say, talk into it, because then it'll start popping up ads or, features.
I've
It's
never seen
listening,
that.
Yeah.
It's amazing
Yeah, I've
how
not noticed that
all
one.
stuff works.
Yeah.
I noticed it happened, but I've never had
Caribbean
that happen.
vacations, Big rings. Yeah.
Of course, with Siri, it may come out instead of big ring, it may be big rig.
Oh,
You
yeah.
may get a semi for Christmas or
Yeah.
for Mother's Day.
Hey, whatever. I'll
A
trade it in
semi
for
hauling fireworks.
Yeah, I'll trade it in for a big ring. No, I'm just kidding. Well, that is all the time we have for today. Marty,
Marty,
thank you
yeah,
so
thank you very much.
I had no idea you were such a musician. It was really fun to learn. I mean, I knew you played music. I knew you loved music, but I've never heard your stuff, and I really enjoyed getting to hear you today and learn more about your past life per se.
Yeah. Yeah, we all hear about the hauling the amp around for Olivia. but
Yeah.
we never hear about the slug hog days.
You know, at some point you do. Your kind of life changes, and you went from you turn into like I'm Felix and Maddox's mom, right? Instead of there's Claire. Now I'm Felix and Maddox's mom. So it's fun to hear your identity.
Marty's kind of in the same boat as I am.
Yeah.
We're really happy they didn't have YouTube and phones that take pictures back then.
Well, hey.
Made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
Given my testimony.
Yeah. We've all
Prodigal son.
Yeah. We have all, but luckily all of ours weren't, immediately
Captured
posted
on video.
to YouTube.
Yep.
Yeah. So
You betcha.
All right.
Marty, thanks for joining us.
Yes,
Appreciate it, man.
Thank you. And thank you all at home for joining us. And we will see you on Tuesday with Christy Horning. And have a beautiful weekend, everyone.
And happy Mother's Day.
Happy birthday, Claire.
Thank you.